Andreas, når du introduserer, kan du også fortelle at denne seansen blir recordet?
Det kan jeg gjøre.
Ja, sånn at vi har bare tikket det.
Ja.
Så da har jeg startet recordingen nå. Okay, we have 11, but I think we should give it a couple of minutes for people to join. I see there is a constant stream of people logging on. We'll give it one more minute before we start the introductory video, I think. What do you think, Andreas? Should we start?
Hey, my name is Per Lund. I am the Science Counselor at the Norwegian Embassy in Singapore, and I will try to convince you to consider Norway as your next study destination. Welcome to Norway, the exotic country at the northern rim of Europe, the country that most Singaporeans associate with fjords, northern lights, and of course the salmon, all representations of our pristine and cool nature. You may also know Norway from our legacy as seafarers and merchants, from the Vikings 1,000 years ago, through one of the largest shipping nations in the world, to the current state as a major oil and gas exporting nation, and the largest salmon farming nation in the world. Norway is ranked as number 5 in the 2020 World Happiness Report. We are ranked as the 7th richest country per capita in the world, and we also listed as number 17 at the safest countries in the world. These achievements are largely based on our social democratic system and on Norwegians' entrepreneurial and innovative nature, quality that is needed to build a sustainable society under the rough climate just below the North Pole. This entrepreneurial spirit is the foundation of the Norwegian academia, the universities, and the research institutions. Norway has 10 universities and 30 institutions of higher education spread among a population of a similar size as Singapore. We offer more than 7,000 degrees programs and 250 master's programs taught in English for foreign students. And there is no tuition fee for neither Norwegian nor foreign students. If you're looking for a unique student experience, either to experience the magnificent nature of the North or from an academic specialization motivation, Norway is the place to consider. In the capital, the University of Oslo, the University of Life Sciences, and our business schools offers the widest range of degrees with global leading centers of excellence such as in medical and cancer research. The universities along our long coastline, including University of Stavanger, University of Bergen, and University of Ålesund, specializes on ocean and maritime sectors, including ocean sustainability, marine energy, and aquaculture. The Norwegian University of Science and Technology is in the old center of Trondheim and is the epicenter of technology and engineering, but is also host to the 2014 Nobel Prize in Medicine for Brain Research. Then moving towards the North Pole, you will find Norway's Arctic University in the city of Tromsø, which offers programs and courses related to the Arctic, ranging from studies of indigenous people and languages to studies on the Arctic impact on global climate change, such as melting of the sea caps leading to sea level rise in Singapore. One of the strengths of the Norwegian society is our work-life balance. Norwegians in general are nature lovers, frequently utilizing the abundance of sea, forests, and high mountain hiking and camping opportunities. As a student anywhere in Norway, you will inevitably be invited by your co-students, your friends, and your colleagues to take part of the nature experiences. But let's hear some testimonials from foreign students on their experiences from studying in Norway.
Norway feels like the safest country in the world. Wherever I go, I can see people wearing light reflectors in the dark and sturdy clothes. We even got a course at the university about how to be safe while enjoying the Norwegian nature. The whole society is very modern and technologically advanced. Public services, education, accommodation, training, even laundry, everything is accessible through internet. It fascinates me to see men walking in the street with baby strollers and girls playing football against boys. It makes me realize that Norway has achieved real gender equality.
I had heard about the informality and flexibility of the teachers before I came to Norway, and now when I'm here it seems to be all true, because teachers have been there when I needed them and they really helped me with working things out with my courses and getting me organized. Norway has a unique approach to educating students, and I think it's incredible that everyone here gets the same opportunity to receive an education. And whether that's a bachelor's or a master's degree, it doesn't matter because no one is left behind. Students who are working on their master's degree get the actual opportunity to meet and work with future employers. And I think that's the perfect way to get a better idea of where you want to work in the future.
Various offices worldwide.
Good day, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to the 2021 edition of the Study in Norway webinar. Before we start, I would just like to make you aware that this session is being recorded. I'm very glad to see so many Singaporean students here today interested in studying in Norway next year. My name is Andreas Aure, and I am the Deputy Head of Mission at the Norwegian Embassy in Singapore. Today I have Per Lund with me, who you will probably recognize from the video you just saw. Per is the Science and Technology Counselor at Innovation Norway's Singapore office. Next up, he will give you a brief presentation about everything that Norway can offer you as a student, both with regards to schools, student life, and the Norwegian lifestyle. Per will also quickly explain the application process. After the presentation, we will do a Q&A session for the remaining time. So please feel free to send your questions to us in the chat room throughout the webinar, and we will answer them to the best of our ability after the presentation. I think I'll leave it there for now. Per, the word is yours. Per, you're on mute.
Thank you very much, Andreas, also for that notification, and thank you for the introduction, and welcome to all the students. That we hope at least some of you will be motivated to consider Norway as your next student destination. I'd like to go through a bit of the, or repeat a few of the points that you saw in this introductory video, and thus try to motivate you to consider Norway as the student destination. As Andreas said, please feel free to post any questions or comments in the chat stream. I will take that subsequently after my quick presentation. So, Norway as a unique student experience. Norway is far north, is almost as diametrically different or far away as you can come from Singapore being at the equator. This is close to the North Pole. We do have a population similar to Singapore, but of course a much larger area, which also has led to a number of universities specializing on the unique features of Norway. We're monarchy, parliamentary democracy, strong welfare state, that was also expressed in the video. The language is Norwegian, but I would claim that almost everybody in Norway understands English fluently. And the wealth indicator shows that we are on par with Singapore when it comes to GDP per capita. On the students or the academic side, we have 10 universities and a large number of regional colleges. We have a large number of programs and courses taught in English and increasing. 18% now, that was last year. I think that number has increased, more than 300 full master programs. And as also an additional point, which I think is very important for foreign students, Singaporean students, is that there is no tuition fee for foreign students for the public university. We are ranked, I would say, upper middle rank. The university ranking schemes are always different from different indicators. Depending whether it's on a full range, whether it's specialization, on science, on technology, on life sciences, etc. But The four leading, the largest universities are ranked here in this table. These are the recent numbers. So not as high as the leading universities, the two leading universities in Singapore, but reasonably high when it comes to European and OECD standards. Education system is not very different from here. Two main semesters. The first one starts in the mid-August. For the fall semester, there is a Christmas break, and then the spring semester ends in July. We taught, or we offer bachelor degrees, master degrees, and PhD, which is relevant for Singaporean students in this context. The application process, we can of course step not much more on that, but basically it requires that the Institute of Higher Learning that you are associated with in Singapore needs to have a student exchange agreement with a similar university or college in Norway. I'll show you in my next slide which entities that is, but you would then apply for a student stay in Norway, and you will be admitted through your university. And you can get into a 3 to 12 month exchange study or a bachelor or master and so on. There are also another or quite a big range of subsidy and funding schemes. I mentioned some of these here. If you go to the Study in Norway website, you will find much more detail about the grants and the funding opportunities. The University of Higher Learning's bilateral agreements are listed here. We have with the four of the leading universities in Singapore, the NTU, NUS, and SMU. And NTU, Nanyang Business School, has a separate agreement. And on the Norwegian side, we have 6 institutes of higher learning. University of Oslo offers quite a wide range of courses. NTNU, University of Bergen, University of Tromsø, which I will come back to, are a bit more specialized. I'll come back to that one as well. And the two latter one, Business School and NHH, is more on MBAs and business administration and economics. Testimonials, you heard 2 testimonials in the video. The feedback we pick up and we like to present is, of course, that there is not only a high degree of excellence when it comes to the courses and the classes, but it's also an experience, a life experience. The nature is very different from Singapore, obviously. Norway, we cherish very much our life-work balance. Spend a lot of time in the outdoors. So if you have that inclination, Norway would be a perfect place for you. But it's also a low-level, hierarchical level, I would say. Easy access to professors, to co-students, to mentors. The doors are always open. We are on first name with everyone, and I believe that most students are a bit surprised of the egalitarian or flat structure of the universities in Norway, which also adds value and access to the best mentors, the best mentor. I'll present to you. I can't present all the universities, but so I picked out 2 of them. The NTNU, the Norwegian University of Science and Technology, it has 3 campuses, 2 on the coast and 1 in the inner part of Norway. It's the largest university now, with 34,000 students, 7,200 employees. They offer more than 50 master students and 30 PhD programs in English. And the main focus, as being a University of Science and Technology, would be on energy, climate, societal, environment, health, medtech. E-health is a big and upcoming area. Sustainable urban development, and also sustainable use and management of resources, circular economy. The course catalog is here. We will share this presentation with you later so you can access that. but it would be, I think it offers plenty of opportunities for those of you that are in the science and technology space. Tromsø University is quite a unique university. It's the northernmost university in the world, quite close to the Arctic. And it does have a thematic focus on the energy and energy infrastructure in the Arctic, climate change, especially the implication of climate change in the polar regions and the impact on the rest of the world, sea level rise in Singapore, for example. But it's also looking at health, welfare, quality of life for indigenous people, focusing also on the people in the region, which is also applies to similar studies here in Southeast Asia. And again, also sustainable use of resources, anything from water, food, waste management, etc. A bit smaller university, 7,000 students, 230 programs and 40 PhDs in English. Approximately the same cost of living here as it is in Oslo or Bergen or Stavanger. We estimate it to be about 10,000 Singapore dollars per year. And please note that there is, I said it a few times, there is no tuition fee. So this is the cost including everything basically. I would like to again stress that we are believed to be a good country to visit. It's among the safest, just slightly safer than Singapore on this ranking. It also has a high quality of life. We spend much time in nature, as I said, and there's also possibility to improve your career possibilities. Quite a few foreign students take side jobs to learn various aspects or get a bit of income. And I would also stress that we do have good quality education. So I leave it with this. We have about 40 minutes to answer questions and comments. I will be in Singapore for some more years, but please feel free to contact me anytime. Or you can also go into this Study in Norway website for finding details about applications, about the universities, about their classes, their course catalogs and everything. And we will post this video, or the video of this program or this meeting on YouTube, and we can share my presentation as well with you. So I leave it with this, and then we open the chat for comment or questions.
So yeah, thank you for that, Per Christer. We have a couple of questions here already, so I think I'll just go straight ahead into the Q&A session. So to take just to be a bit precise, Akshay Mohan asked, can we get a copy of this recording and the intro video later via email? The recording as well as the intro video will be available on the Norwegian Embassy's YouTube channel. So I'm not sure, Per Christer, if there's also an opening for sending it out via email, but I suppose it's going to be a very big file.
Well, I can make it into a YouTube video, and then I can post a link to that video and then share with the attendees here.
Yep. And Vishel Feliza asks, does the student visa allow us to get part-time jobs while we study? Yes,
and the answer is yes. I think there are, well, it's not 100% safe, but I think if you're getting a student visa, you are eligible to also get work permit for, I think it's 6 months. If you work further than that, you will have to apply for a more permanent student or work permit. But for less than 6 months, you are eligible to take a paid job, so you will get the work permit.
Thank you. And from Chiao Wei Feng asks, I'm going to Bergen for exchange in spring 2022 and was browsing the Summon website for possible housing choices. However, I noticed that most options are unfurnished. I would like to ask, how do exchange students who choose unfurnished housing get furniture for their room? Is there a local furniture rental service, or do students typically buy new furniture once they arrive in Bergen?
Yes, I would. Well, first of all, it's a bit surprising to me that they offer unfurnished apartments to short-term leasees. I think perhaps there must be other websites or other channels for looking for apartment. I think each university has an international department which are also giving tips on where to rent. During summer, of course, they have student houses, or what do you call it? Studentboliger, student housing that the regular students are using, but can release during summer and other things. It's quite common, I believe, for students to share apartments, which are all furnished, obviously. So I would believe that, so you're going to study in Bergen. There must be other places to look for apartments that offer furnished apartments. If you should come over an unfurnished apartment, I'm not quite sure if there are any websites. Do you know, Andreas?
I mean, I'm not so sure about the rental services. I think it's pretty common. Like you have IKEA in Bergen, and they have a bus going from the city center and to sort of relevant. It stops at all the relevant locations for foreign students. You also have a pretty common website called Finn, where you can get very sort of properly used furniture for a very cheap price. And I also think that most student housing isn't completely unfurnished. Like you'll have a bed and a mattress and so on, but maybe you want a chair and a couple of other things, and it's pretty easy to get that cheaply in Bergen and in other Norwegian cities as well.
Yeah. I think we have only a couple of minutes. So provide proof of financial ability as part of the university applications. That one, Jade, I have to come back to you on this one. I don't know the details of that, but you could look at the Study in Norway website to find the information. Elaboration on no tuition fee for foreign students. So, as I said, for all the public university and the university that was listed in my presentation, there is no tuition fee. You still have to pay for the books and accommodation and food, obviously, but except from that, you don't pay any school money. And that is also for foreigners, for Norwegians and for foreigners. Living cost in Norway as compared to Singapore, I would say it's quite similar. My experience of living in Singapore. Some things are more expensive in Norway, beer, for example, and travel to some extent, unless you just want to live in your student town. Food, we don't we don't have the separate offer of food that you have in Singapore, but food is available in most places, and if you buy it, the shops are reasonable. If you cook, most Norwegians cook at home. All the apartments will have cooking facilities. So I would say it's comparatively. We said that we have estimated, or I think there is a round number of about 10,000 Singapore dollars per semester in total cost, including also your daily expenses or clothes and a bit of small travel in Norway, etc.
So we have a question here saying I'm interested in a master degree in Norway. However, I saw that visa requires us to have our completed degree by December 1st this year. However, Singapore universities only complete their degrees in May next year. Can we apply for deferred application?
Yeah, that one we also have to come back to you, Samuel, on that one.
I think we should perhaps repeat your email address at the end of the session, Per Christer.
I will put it here again. So it's there. It's perlu@innovationnorway.no.
Yeah.
But we can send all of you an email after this with the links and this presentation. Yeah.
So we have a question from Hanyi. I just graduated as a master student from NUS and looking to get another master in Europe. I'm wondering if the universities in Norway offer such application opportunities.
Yes, I would believe so. The universities that was listed in my presentation. Yeah, and you are from NUS, so you should be. There is already an exchange, a student exchange agreement with NUS.
From Sarah E. Do you need to be from a uni in Singapore before we can apply to a uni in Norway? What if I'm not currently a working adult?
Yeah, you have to be affiliated with one of those four, or those three universities. Yeah.
So this may be related from Marino Boogie. Is the student exchange to Norway, is it only for Singapore students?
No. Any country that has similar kind of arrangement, university arrangements, are eligible for student exchange.
Michelle Feliz asks, are house rentals usually open for tenants who have pets? I am by myself and have 2 pet cats, and I have no one to leave them here in Singapore with.
That's such an interesting one. I don't know really. I mean, it's up to the person that rents you the apartment.
Yeah, I think if you're going to live at the student dorm, they usually don't have pets. But I would check that with the student dorm you're considering, to be sure.
And if the cats are cute, you can leave them with us at the embassy.
So a question from Tsain. Hello, I'm Norwegian/Singaporean, and I'm trying to process my renewal of my Norwegian passport as I'm 21 now, and I haven't stayed in Norway yet. Although I've been there every Christmas every year before COVID happened. I just want to know if there is a possibility if my passport is able to be renewed so I can move to Norway to live and study. Or is there no way of a passport renewal past the age of 21? I think there is a possibility, but you have to apply to sort of keep your Norwegian passport. But you should contact the embassy, the consular section at the embassy, to get more details about this. I'll write down the embassy email address for you here in the chat. So please get in touch with us about this and we'll give you a more detailed answer.
Yeah. Interesting question about the COVID. Actually, today, Norway completely opened relaxed all the constraints associated with COVID. So we're back to pre-COVID situation as of today. The situation, I think it's under control. People departing from Singapore need to quarantine upon arrival in Norway. You need to, I think you need to.
You have to quarantine for a week upon arrival because Norway currently does not recognize the Singaporean vaccine passport. That could change by next year, of course. But you also have the option of taking a PCR test on day 3 and so if you test negative, you can leave after on day 3 or day 4. Yeah.
Jade, you had another questions about the Bachelor of Arctic Adventure Tourism. I'll pass that on to University in Tromsø and see what they say.
Will class be brought back in universities of Norway by 2022, or will they still be virtual classes?
No, Norway is going back to normality. So I believe that the classes will also return to normality. Of course, I mean, there may be some virtual classes that will continue to be virtual, but in principle, all classes are back to pre-COVID situation.
Kate asks if there are any limit on age.
I assume you mean upper? I don't think so.
Janet Francis asks, hi, I will be finishing grade 12 in 2023, May, in an American academy while living in Singapore. Do I directly apply in a uni in Norway, or do I have to sit for some exams?
That one I need a bit more specification. What university? I don't fully understand this one. So please let's follow up on this one on a bilateral basis.
Ella asks, can we apply for a university in Norway after high school, and do the unis recognize an IB diploma?
Yes, I believe you can. That is the Norwegian procedure. After high school, you go to university. But are you thinking in a Singapore context? So let's come back to this one as well.
Jade asks, in addition to Ella's questions, how about Singapore local polytechnic diploma program? Because I had tried to apply for a skilled worker visa to the Norwegian Immigration Agency a couple of years back, and my diploma was recognized as a skilled worker due to my qualification.
Yeah, that's also a specific thing that we will have to follow up on a direct basis with you, Jade.
Sharul Khan asks, hello, I'm currently pursuing Bachelor's of Accountancy in Singapore University of Social Science. I didn't see my school name in the slides for student exchange programs, so just wondering if it is offered for my school as well.
No, it's not. There is, as far as I know, there is no student exchange agreement between any Norwegian university and Singapore University of Social Sciences.
Morena Boogie asks, hi, I'm still senior first grade, but is the Norway exchange students using schools academic and TOEFL IELTS?
I don't know, and here I will also refer you to the Study in Norway website. If you don't find information there, Moreno, let us know, and we'll trace that one as well.
Yeah, so we're 5 minutes past our allocated time here. There are a couple of more questions coming in now. Yeah.
We can do that quickly. Traveling in around Europe from Norway, feasible, recommended during the COVID period? It's possible. Each country has different, how can I say, severity colors. So Norwegians are traveling to countries where the COVID situation or danger is low. But and it's fully, once you're in the Schengen area, there is very little limitations on ability to travel. But be aware of the different color, the restriction for various countries and regions in Europe. And do Norwegian university offer the deferment of the bachelor degrees if I have to serve military? I'm not quite sure about that, Sen. We'll have to come back on that one as well. Local polytechnic diploma and apply for universities. As I said, you have to be associated with one of the institutes of higher learning in Singapore that has a student exchange agreement with Norway. Okay, I think we are a bit over time, and we have to cut here because we are stealing from other countries' presentations. So we will make note of all the questions. Some of them we will follow up on, the ones who haven't got the full answer. And for some of you, please, we can go into a direct conversation with you to find more about this one. So we make a note of your email addresses, and we will distribute the presentation and also a recording of this session. So I think with that, Andreas, shall we thank you all for attending. I really hope that some of you got motivated to go to Norway. Please let us know. We will do everything we can to support you and guide you towards Norway. And good luck with that. Thank you.
Good luck. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.